Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, in this lecture you will learn about nutrition and digestive system of mammals. Different mode of nutrition will be discussed and feeding habits of the mammals. Accordingly, digestive tracts of different mammalian groups will be discussed according to their feeding habits and mode of nutrition. First of all, what is nutrition? Nutrition is the process of providing or obtaining the food necessary for health and growth. It means how an animal gets its food, what is the source of its food, what items it consumes for its food. It means the diversity in its feeding habits, in obtaining the food and the items it consumes during its nutrition. Different modes of nutrition are present among mammals. They may consume plant material, other animals, or both plants and animals, and different parts of the animal products, etc. The obtained food must be digested for converting it into building blocks or of energy requirements. So the food taken through different sources is digested by the combination of work of different body parts that work together to turn the food into building blocks for growth of the animal and fuel for energy requirements for its different activities. Digestive tract of mammal is similar to that of other vertebrates, but some specializations are there according to their mode of nutrition and the food items they consume. Feeding habits vary in different orders of mammals, so it is quite difficult to generalize the feeding habits among different orders and within an order. Feeding habit actually reflect the ecological specialization that have evolved. For example, order Carnivora is generally considered that they consume other animal flesh. Most members of this order follow the same feeding habit, that they consume the flesh of other animals, but the exceptions are there. For example, bears, which belong to this order, they consume different type of food material. They may consume animal and plant material, different types of plant material such as grasses, fruits, roots, tubers, etc. And they can also consume the animal flesh and different animal products as their food. So it is quite difficult to generalize the feeding habits and the food items of the order Carnivora. We cannot generalize the feeding habits in this group. There is another specialized feeding habit in carnivorous mammals. They don't consume the hard-bodied animals. They usually feed on arthropods such as insects and other soft-bodied invertebrates, so they are referred as insectivores. Insectivores, different orders of mammals uh, consume their food according to this feeding habit, so these are included in insectivores, such as Lepotifla. In this order, shrews are included. The order Chiroptera, including the flying mammals, that is bats, and the order Edentata, which include the ant eaters. They consume the insects as their food, and they are referred as insectivores. In this slide, you can see the figures of two insectivores. On the left side, there is a giant anteater which consume ants as its food, and on the right side, there is another insectivore mammal which is armadillo. These animals consume insects and other soft-bodied arthropods as their food item, so they can be termed as insectivores. Herbivore is a general term used for the animals who consume plant and plant material for their food. Many orders of mammals follow this feeding habit, such as hoofed mammals, ungulates. There are two orders of ungulates or hoofed mammals, Artiodactyla and Perissodactyla. Artiodactyla are even-toed hoofed mammals. The example of Artiodactyla is deer, and Perissodactyla are odd-toed hoofed mammals such as zebras. These orders are considered herbivores as they consume vegetation as their food. The diet of these mammals is mostly consist of uh, plant material and vegetation, but accidentally some invertebrates may also be ingested during feeding, but they don't ingest intentionally. So these soft-bodied invertebrate may become the part of their diet, accidentally consumed or ingested during feeding process. As plants are the source of food for herbivore mammals, so uh, their food is rich in cellulose, as plant cells are covered with cell wall, and the cell wall is composed of cellulose. So digestion of cellulose is the main difficulty for herbivore. So they develop different types of mechanisms and anatomical or physiological mechanisms for the digestion of cellulose. Specialized structures are present in some animals of this kind, such as horses, rabbits, and many rodents. These are non-ruminant mammals may have enlarged cecum at the junction of large and small intestine. So these mammals have specialized digestive tracts to digest the cellulose-rich food they consume. So the cecum, which is present at the junction of small and large intestine, is the main organ of digestion of cellulose. In this uh, organ, cellulose digesting microorganisms are present. These microorganisms ferment the food and help in digestion of cellulose. In this slide, you can see the digestive tract of a non-ruminant mammal such as rabbit. Here you can see the food enters from esophagus to stomach and then to small intestine, but before entering to large intestine there is an extensive cecum, appendix is present. This organ is responsible for digestion of cellulose rich food, as there are many microorganisms which are present in this organ. These microorganisms produce enzymes which are digestive for cellulose. Microorganisms produce enzymes such as cellulase, which can digest the cellulose into sugars. In this way, these non-ruminant mammals digest their food rich in cellulose. Black arrows in this figure show the path followed by the food. Ruminants are those mammals who possess a special chamber of stomach for fermentation of food. Sheep, Cattle and deer are examples of the animals included in this group. These animals can regurgitate the ingested food, and this food is called cud, and it can be chewed again to small pieces before digestion. Ruminant mammals have a modified stomach, consist of four chambers, that is reticulum, rumen, omasum and abomasum. First three chambers of stomach are storage and fermentation chambers, which can store the food for a period. These chambers also contain microorganisms which can synthesize cellulase enzyme, which help in digestion of the food material. This modification of stomach in different chambers help in proper digestion of the food in an efficient way. During fermentation process of food by these microorganisms, gases are produced. These gases are periodically belched, and along with these gases, some plant matter is also regurgitated. This plant matter is called cud. Cud is rechewed and it's transferred to the next chamber of the stomach for better digestion. Some other microorganisms are also present in digestive tract of ruminant mammals. These microorganisms convert nitrogenous compounds in food into new proteins. These proteins are of great significance for as a nutrition value for ruminant mammals. In this slide, you can see the digestive tract of a ruminant mammal such as cow. The digestive tract starts with the mouth and esophagus. The animal ingests a food and it passes to the first chamber of the stomach, that is rumen. Rumen is rich in microorganisms who secrete cellulase enzyme and ferment the food. This fermented food is regurgitated in the form of cud to the mouth, where it is rechewed and transferred to the next chamber, that is called reticulum. Reticulum then pass the food to the omasum and finally to the abomasum. Abomasum is the true stomach. This is the part of stomach which secrete gastric juice, and finally the digestion of the food starts here.